All right, so let me welcome you to Baobab Entrepreneur Channel, and on your screens we have some shots from the ecosystem mixer that was organized by AGIS in the Ghana Digital Centers Limited, Accra, as I mentioned earlier. And this is a system where entrepreneurs come together to share ideas, meet new people, bring suggestions on board on how one can move their businesses, and then also how one can extend their businesses. So it's all about a meeting of entrepreneurs and then sharing ideas. And then we had some wonderful, beautiful faces in the crowd, as you can see. Yes, there were sweet ladies, beautiful guys, beautiful gentlemen. We had head of departments, businesses also available there. Yes, and Mr. Solomon was in charge, or the head of all this. And let's not forget, this is a Baobab entrepreneur coverage, and then I take on the whole event that took place Thursday, the 8th of February 2024. Yes.
So, can we proceed by, if you agree with me, can we proceed by inviting, by listening to some key people in our midst? Of course, we are all very important, but let's listen to some key people in our midst as we make progress. Edward Akins, are you in the building, please? All right. Is Mr. Edward Akins in the building?
Hello.
So just as the host said, we needed to take some keynote speech from some persons who were around. Though we all were prominent, yes, but there were some prominent persons amongst us, so we needed to take some keynote from them. And then everyone, though the socialization, people needed the socialization and then the contact building and stuff, so it was still going on. But all the same, we were able to take some keynotes from our speakers who were present. So let's listen to what some of them had to say.
Like-minded people to network, connect, and also share ideas that can take us forward. I believe that this is the start of many more of such events, and I want to urge you all to fully participate and share a contact, network with someone, talk to someone. Let's co-create in a very social setting, build relationships, and socialize.
I'm talking to you. Who need to come and talk? Is it what matter? I beg, one more for Edward. Thank you, Mr. Akins, for welcoming us into your home. Now let's go forward and talk to the ecosystem leaders. So Ghana's startup ecosystem have got to give us an address.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Clifford. As he indicated, I'm from NEIP, National Entrepreneurship Innovation Program. I'm here in the shoes of my CEO, Mr. Kofi Ofosu-Nkansah, to receive this invite for apparently the AGS have a citation for us. And the reason why they have a citation for us is because we collaborate with them. We are in the ecosystem. We are part of the ecosystem of startups and innovation. And so far, we have several programs and competitions that allow us to fund startups. Already I've spoken to a couple of startups here. They have very brilliant ideas. I've told them about the programs that we have to help fund startups. So we have something called the presidential pitch. where startups and innovators pitch their competition. And this one is the presidential pitch. Tells you that the president is actually very interested in it, and he's one of the judges, not one of the judges, but he sits as the last 10 pitch their ideas to get funding.
Right. So, Clifford just told us what they do at NEIP, and then as we progress, or before we go to the next stage, we want to know what ADC also does. What do they also have for us as startups, and how can we benefit from their facilities or their programs as the Ghana Data Centers Limited or the Accra Data Center? So, on that note, let me invite Mr. Bright Nsako, Director of Programs. No. Bright? Okay. So, Bright, to do that for us briefly, tell us briefly what ADC is all about as a program lab now, whatever you have for us, and how we can benefit from it.
What we do is we provide real estate for startups. Our focus is on tech startups. We focus only on tech startups. So if you want affordable real estate, you can come to ADC. We are also into events like this. We support the ecosystem events. We are also we provide how would I say, acceleration. If you're a startup and you want to accelerate, you can come to ABC, and we also help you to grow your business.
Yes, so you heard some of them, a lot of them, and after that we also an opportunity was given for those of us available to also speak on what we do, and then share our contacts in a way of socialization and also building contacts to help grow businesses and stuff. You understand? So that is what the entrepreneurship ecosystem mixer is all about. You just come around, you meet investors, and then we just share ideas and then learn on the job and meet new people, exchange contacts, and then we build on our businesses. So this was the Ghana Startup Ecosystem Mixer. Yes.
Last year, December, we had a Ghana Startup Week. Most of you were here. It was a very corporate event. All right? But today is a very open and very social one. I'm going to give a chance to you to tell us what you also do. All right? So when you take the mic, you have just... Should we do an elevator pitch? All right, that 1 minute, or is not enough? 2 minutes? Okay, so 2 minutes. You have just 2 minutes to tell us briefly.
So, in a world where everyone is now beginning to go into the health aspect of their lives and taking their nutrition very seriously, you notice that people are now going for protein-based foods. And for that matter, the cereal and legume mix business is something that is going to be projected to be the very fast rising nutrition that the world is going for, because everybody is trying to move away from the starches, from the oils that are also healthy. And so at Safe Haven Exclusive Foods, where I am the team lead, we add value to cereal and legumes, vegetables and fruits, where we make them into ready-to-eat cereals, where you can use them for your puddings, your smoothies, your swallows, and all of that. You can even use them as bacon as well. They are a very good substitute for flour.
You are here, you rent a home. Definitely one day you want to build your own home. Your offices, you want office partitions. You are moving to a new office. You want us to design the place for you. Talk about land acquisition, land documentation, site plan, indentures and staffs. Building the construction itself and the designing aspect of it. When you call on us, we definitely do a better job for you. Call on us on 645 8850, 0246 45 8850, and all your construction needs. From the land acquisition to a better home, we are there for you.
What we do is you see your business you have there, we can help you with all the licenses you need. So name them from business amendments to business registrations to the FDA, what do you call it? The permits, the land permits you need to operate wherever you are. We can help you with that. So easy stuff, because that's what we basically do.
Right, thank you. Thank you.
My cards are also available, so please whenever you are free, you can just start our program.
Hi, my name is Derek Ohinumensa. MD for Selfridge B4. We franchise for CBS Roofing. We also franchise for DHL. We franchise for Falcon Express. So, I mean, if you understand franchise, it means that the price is the same. If you go there, it's the same. If you come to me, it is the same. So for your roofing needs especially, anybody here, if you have anybody that's roofing their house, please talk to me to give you a discount.
Part of our attraction, we won the current presidential pitch competition, and also currently we are the animation and gaming company for Ghana startups this year. And please, we are at the back. Let's talk. Let's create technical skills together.
We're here representing Folk Innovative Solutions, and at this point, I'd like to say that we partner with startups in the sense that we make software. We make software providing solutions for them, trying to automate your processes so that you can focus on your core business. So as much as possible, even as everywhere you look around, you realize that we are all trying to go digital. So as much as possible, we try to digitize or automate your processes for you. We also into graphic design, everything branding. So particularly, we partner with startups like ourselves. And then there's another aspect of the business where we look at research, business, academic research, proposal writing, grant writing, stuff like that. So we are around. You can contact us. Our numbers 020-822-2735 or 0249-323215.
From Asiba Cleaning Services, we do post-construction cleaning, office cleaning, sofa cleaning, mattress cleaning. So any sort of cleaning you need, please contact us. We are always available. Our number is 05456-72516. And we'll be at the back, so we're waiting for your orders.
Some people took citations and stuff, yeah.
I think Relu mentioned that they won awards last year at the Ghana Innovation and Startup Awards. So, last December, what we did was the Ghana Startup Week. It's an annual event that we do, and as part of the activities, we had the Ghana Innovation and Startup Award. And then we have a few more things. And we have some companies that supported us on that journey, and we want to appreciate them so much for their efforts and for all that they did in supporting us to making that event a success. And so at this moment, we're going to make some presentations to them. We've got, I think, about 5 of them. We're going to present a citation to them, and then we proceed. So I will mention their names, and then we call upon them to come and pick these. National Youth Authority. National Youth Authority. Can you please have them up here? The National Youth Authority. So they are actually in charge of everything youth, programs, education, whatever. They are in charge, and the office is just at the Azuma Nursing Sports Complex. Ekis here? Good. Help us present this to the NYA. All right, thank you very much, Ekidongo. Now the next is the NEIP, National Entrepreneurship and Innovations Program, NEIP. The next one is ITC, International Trade Center. ITC, International Trade Center. Please clap for ITC. The next one is for Ghana Digital Centers Limited, where we hosted this event last year. Mr. Ekins, of course. Representative right. So, thank you very much, partners, for last year. We thank you. We hope that this year as well, you will support us to make Ghana Startup Week a success. Nationals Madika VC. I want to call Madika to tell us, the Ref Madika to tell us what they do. And then I'm not going to talk about anything. I won't say anything for them. They'll say it all about themselves. Brenda always want to be behind the scene. But it looks like today Brenda has to come from the back seat to come and address the audience. Please, clap for Brenda. A beautiful Kenyan lady. She arrived in the country last Monday. Madika. Brenda, today you are on the front desk. Thank you. So tell us about Madika. Brief.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, my name is Brenda from Madika. Has anyone heard of Madika before? Let me see the show of hands. Who has not heard of Madika before? Okay, I see a couple of hands. So we are at the intersection of a VC fund and an accelerator. So what we do is we fund really brilliant entrepreneurs from across the continent doing things, especially in the tech sector. But also what we do is we offer them support for a period of 12 to 18 months. And you'll get to meet one of our entrepreneurs who will be up on the stage later. And I'm happy to answer any questions in the room. We have Francis. Francis, wave to the crowd. That is Francis. Francis is part of our investment team. So if you want to know about all the things, the technical things we look at, usually we look at companies at the MVP stage, so really early, if you've not raised like significant capital from a lot of other institutional funders, we'd be interested to look at that. And also we have Shamsa. That's Shamsa. Shamsa leads our comms and community work, so you can also talk to her. And Emmanuel is our team lead who just decided to throw me under the bus. I'm happy to answer any questions that anyone will have about Madika, but you'll get to learn more as the panel that will be after will be speaking. Cool. Thank you.
So, after all said and done, we also had a panel session where they discussed the ecosystem and then its relevance to entrepreneurs. Yes, so let's listen to what happened during the panel discussion.
Emmanuel Madika, are you here, please? Mr. Emmanuel. I don't want to make mistake with the surname. Please, can we please clap for Emmanuel as he comes? So Emmanuel is the head of Madika VC.
Yeah, so I think even as we speak, my partner Eric, who is not here, it's in Abidjan, primarily looking at a few things in the ecosystem, but I think he wants to go and watch the AFCON final and didn't want to, tell me what the real reason why he's there. But anyway, the Ghana ecosystem is very interesting. I think we've had our ups and downs in terms of actual capital that come in, but I would say that the quality of different founders and the quality of startups that people are starting is really increasing and improving.
That's interesting, but I guess you've heard that Ghana and Nigeria are brothers and sisters. So that same thing also persists here. And I think I personally, I got a bit worried when I encountered this phenomenon early on, and I was wondering, so we've had a project, let's say 4 different projects this year, and you will find about 25% of them recycling across all these programs. Then I'm wondering, do they even have time to run their businesses? But then you realize that sometimes there's something that, there could be a multiplicity of reasons, but I think sometimes there's something that the startup is looking for that they have not found yet.
Thanks for that. Josiah, I'll ask you the same question in a slightly different way. So you run the Ghana Ops Network, right? And I'd love to hear more about the network and how you guys are structured. But I'm curious to hear your thoughts on the same question, but also very specifically. Would you say that there is a lot of collaboration within the Ghanaian ecosystem? I say that just because I've been in the ecosystem for a while, and I know that there tends to be a lot of gatekeeping, so to speak. Sorry, I'll be a bit politically incorrect here, but say you have access to one government grant, for instance, you want it to come to your hub, and shut out everyone else, or you know, stuff like that, right? So I'm curious to just kind of hear your thoughts around, like, how well does the ecosystem in Ghana collaborate, and if not, like, what needs to change? I want to hear your thoughts.
Okay, so thank you for that question. And I think for me, to answer the first question with the side, right, we are being a little bit dishonest with ourselves. Most entrepreneurs don't have a clear pathway to funding, right? And so if I know I go to this hub to participate in this program, chances are when they design the program, they even think about what the end goal would be, if I'm even going to get funding or whatever the case may be, right? Then maybe the funding is, let's say, $2,000. In reality, if I'm supposed to then register my domain, get an email, all of these other things that somebody else, GoDaddy's charging me in dollars, that money is done. So then I have to then go to another program to then get the money. And because they don't have that clear pathway, that's why you see them. And we need to have the honest conversation. That are we just trying to do programs for the sake of programs, or are we trying to actually grow an entrepreneurial ecosystem? And the pillars of the ecosystem will require education, as in academia. You look at banks, finance, and all of these other things. People are not funding entrepreneurs. We don't have even angel investors. I don't know what kind of family you're from, but nobody in my family will give me $5,000, $10,000, right? That's not going to happen. So that means, where am I even going to get that from? So we don't even have that basic funding to start with. Then we will talk about angel investors. That's not happening over here. Then when you speak to VCs, you know, the ones that know the language, oh, we only do $500,000 tickets. So then if my product is not on that level, then what do I do? So by all means, I'm going to hop around, have to do whatever I need to do, right? And we built our ecosystem on the Silicon Valley model, right? And the irony of all of this is most of the Silicon Valley people that we see also go from accelerator programs to another. The only difference is they live in an ecosystem where they survive on credit cards.
We at Mention co-founder of Color Market, so we are a B2B e-commerce platform, and our job really is to help small businesses optimize their working capital and de-risk investments into them. And I give that backdrop because at the time we started fundraising 2022, everyone was shying away from B2B e-commerce, so it wasn't the easiest thing to try to raise funding for. But in hindsight, when I started, I had very, very little savings. And some of the people that I had spoken with were people I had a working relationship with. So I think I was fortunate to have worked for about 10, 12 years before starting my own business. And you kind of built some credibility along the journey with people that you have worked with.
Such a wonderful gathering, yes. And then after the panel discussion, we again had the opportunity, Baobab Entrepreneur. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and then also connect with us to have an interview with some of the persons who were part of the panel, some of the persons who were around. Some people took citations and stuff. Yeah, we had a one-on-one interaction with most of the people around, and then also the head or the president for Ghana Innovation Hubs Limited. He also shared a bit of advice.
My name is Edward Akins, responsible for business development at Ghana Digital Centers Limited. I am very happy to be part of this all-important ecosystem event. The Ghana Digital Centers Limited is well aligned to this event and shares the same vision as the Association of Ghana Startups. We're proud to be a partner to this event, and we hope that many of these events will be held in the course of the year.
So my name is William Lotte from National Youth Authority, and then I'm here to participate in this ecosystem for startups. Basically, we are into youth development. When it comes to talk about youth, every Ghanaian within the age of 18 to 35 you deal with, and then realize that currently there's a paradigm shift from being so academic now to acquiring skills. While acquiring skills, you need to be to build your own self as an entrepreneur. So I came here to network and also to find out ways and means to help the young ones access funds to grow their businesses and access markets, so that at the end of the day, we'll do the comfortable Ghana for all of us and the youth as well.
Hello, I am Brenda Wangari and I lead our portfolio work at Madika. Madika is a pre-seed fund. We fund exceptional entrepreneurs from across the continent at the very early stage. We are here because Ghana is a market that is important to us. So our first investment on the continent was actually in a Ghanaian company. And since we invested, we have seen how supportive the Ghana ecosystem has been. And so we're excited to be here to find more gems like the one that we invested in. Exactly that. And we are also very keen on initiatives that advance ecosystems, because we believe the work of great ecosystems is not just the work of one entity. And so entities like the Association of Ghana Startups brings together investors, startups, hubs, policymakers. And so that is an environment that is very good for startups to thrive. And so for such initiatives, we're excited to support such. So entrepreneurship is basically, you have an idea, start a company, and you're making money, possibly, creating jobs for people who had not had jobs before. And so in the entrepreneurship space, when we talk about ecosystems, these are the different actors that we have in the space who come together to support startups. So when you think about an entrepreneur and someone who starts a business, it can be a very lonely journey. And we believe it does not have to be. There are people out there who do support entrepreneurs. And when they come together, they form this ecosystem of support. And this would typically involve people who provide the funds, could be like a venture capital fund like Madika. There's also, entrepreneur support organizations such as InnoHub, who then provide the technical assistance that these entrepreneurs do need to succeed. We also have people who provide professional services like lawyers, like accountants, and all these people who just come together to support entrepreneur, or what we'd call an ecosystem.
I'm Marie Ren Seshi, Ghanaian, co-founder and CEO of Collar Market. Collar Market is a B2B e-commerce platform. Our goal is to help de-risk financial investments into small businesses. So think your typical wholesaler or retailer, and to also help them optimize their working capital by making the right decisions on the best products to buy and sell at every point in time that guarantees them profits. So I think the whole idea of this is to bring together different stakeholders who come together to support the entrepreneur to build a viable business. So from your innovation hubs to your accelerators and to investors, all of us are in the same room and kind of discussing what are the things that are hampering progress for entrepreneurs today, specifically in Ghana, and how do all of these people come together? So for the innovation labs, how do they identify good ideas and good founders and actually help them develop their ideas into a viable business solution? And then for the accelerators, how do you incubate these people and help them accelerate their idea into a business that's investor ready? And for the investors, what are they looking for in order to invest into a business or an entrepreneur? So Madika, for me, I think is the absolute best friend of a pre-seed stage company. And I say that because as a pre-seed stage company, you're really looking for a partner. You're looking for someone who can help you understand where you're coming from and where you're trying to go. What's the best way to get there so that you're ready for the next round of investment? So what Madika does is a structured program. So it's not like your typical venture capital where it's like, here's money, take it, produce results and report to me. Madika actually works with you for 18 months to build your business so you're ready for a seed stage investment. So I say it's the best friend of a pre-seed stage entrepreneur. So if you're building any really cool business, innovative, regardless of the sector, definitely speak to the team from Madika. I think for me, one of the things that I took away from the panel today is that we all have a collective responsibility to make sure that we create an attractive ecosystem, especially for investors. And so I'll just encourage all entrepreneurs that we really need to build up the habit of accountability and being able to hold ourselves up to the highest standards. Because if someone is putting money into your business, it's not it's not something small. Like, it's a big deal. Whether it's a fund or an angel, that's someone's blood and sweat that's going into your business. So you really, really need to put your foot on the ground, get to work to prove and generate value for these people, and then that value will come back to you eventually as well.
My name is Kweku Atabwahene. Yes, I represent a company called North Star Partners, which is basically a consultancy firm. So for a layman, we would say we are into tax and auditing services. We also help companies with their immigration services. That is when they have expats coming to the country and they want someone to basically handle all the aspects for them. Their bookkeeping, their accounting. So that's restructuring, data analytics. That's what we do. So that's what basically we do. I think basically how should I put it? The government, they will determine how best they think the taxes that they are taking off will be good for the Ghanaian person. For some reason it was implemented, and for some reason they want to take it off. So I think whatever the impact is going to be when it is done or should it be done, we will get to know. So what we noticed is that for most startups in the country, they tend not to understand when it comes to the financial aspects of their company. So you have a startup, they are making money, and then they fail to understand that once you register the company, it comes with some payment, some things that you have to do. You get it. You have to. There's some obligations that you have to fulfill. And so with North Star Partners, what we want to do is we want to come into that ecosystem, basically hold the hands of these startup companies, teach them and let them understand what the financials of their companies is, so that one day they won't be found wanting. Because you know that for some reason now, GRA has been going to a lot of these companies saying they owe. We don't want companies that are starting to fall into that trap. So we are here to basically help them out. So what we do is we try to partner most of the innovation hubs, and then we can do a form of education for them. But at the same time, we will end up being their consultants, so that when they start growing up, they will have someone who's going to help them in whatever they need to do in that aspect. Yeah, so that is where we are playing in.
My name is Ahmed Tijani Sali. I'm a FIFA licensed football intermediary from South Sport Firm. Well, the reason why I came here was basically to network, to meet with business-minded people, to get to share experiences, get to know about what is happening, how to overcome challenges, just to learn from each other. And I believe in the fact that when you network, you get to meet people, you get to solve problems, you get to navigate through challenges, and at least it gives you it keeps you alive, at least for you to be in a society whereby we are being appreciated, and you have people like of equal standing, networking together. So it's a beautiful thing to be here, and I'm really, really happy to be here. And I think information, because knowledge is power. Information is good. Information is the base of good decision making. I think that is something that you should never neglect in whatever area you might find yourself. Information or knowledge, it's powerful, and I'm really appreciative of that.
My name is Mohammed Ibrahim Anabiri. I'm with Nokofio Platforms today, but I also work with I'm affiliated with Churchill Live and also Landstar, and also I'm working on my own startup. That's the main thing that drove me here today. So today was inspiring and very, very very interactive. I met a couple of people, some new people. We discussed business and also discussed grants and funding opportunities, which I have no idea. I did have no idea about some of them. So yeah, it helped me a lot, and I've learned a lot, and I've also gained more connections and more like resilience partners I can hop on or partner with to make things or ideas come true. So yeah, today is very good, and I really appreciate. Yeah.
My name is Michael Ofori, the co-founder of Nokofio Platforms. So Nokofio is currently the GoFundMe of Africa, a crowdfunding platform that is very transparent and also very efficient for all users. So I am part of the Association of Ghana Startups ecosystem. So I had the opportunity to be part of this mixer, to be able to meet people and also connect and also talk to investors about our business. So that is one thing that I've really achieved on here, and I thank the organization, especially the president, Mr. Solomon, for such an opportunity.
My name is Josiah Asen. I am the CEO and co-founder for iSpace and also the chairperson for Ghana Hubs Network. iSpace is an innovation hub based in East Legon, working with entrepreneurs that have ideas, the ones that want to incubate and also accelerate ideas. So we're just an incubation hub that supports entrepreneurs, really. Yes. So Ghana Hubs Network is the umbrella body for all the hubs across Ghana in all the 16 regions. Currently, we have a membership of 76 members, and these hubs cut across, agri-tech, fintech hubs that just support entrepreneurs. I think this is one of the most important things that we need to start doing, and even the name itself, the Ghana Startup Mixer, having that whole network of people from different skill sets, people from policy, people from running hubs, and then the entrepreneurs themselves, and then fund, I'll get investors being here. It just shows why we're here. We need to build an ecosystem, and this is the reflection of the ecosystem. So all the players in the ecosystem are here today, networking and then having conversations on how to move our ecosystem in the right direction. So I think it's important, and this is something that we need to do more of. And so, big shout out to Solomon and his team for doing this. This is something that should have been done a long time ago, but he's doing it, and I hope that we get more of these things happening throughout the year. If you're just an entrepreneur and you are in your house and you've got an idea and you don't know literally what to do, one of the best things you do, just go online, Google innovation hubs in Ghana, right? You're going to see, based off whatever region you are, chances are you're going to see 2 or 3 different innovation hubs that you can go to. And if you go to the right innovation hubs, they're able to link you to the ecosystem such as this. So if you're in Accra, naturally you'll be able to then attend such events. But then if you're in Tamale, you've got Open Academy. All of these other people that are doing amazing work over there. If you're in Kumasi, you've got Wizzy App, you've got Hyperspace. You've got so many different hubs that are across the various regions. So as an entrepreneur, you have no reason not to say that you can't get help, because right now you will find a hub in every single region in Ghana, and these things are happening across the regions. So attaching yourself to hubs is one of the best ways, I would say, as an entrepreneur starting up, you need to do, really. We have issues, yes, but as an entrepreneur, those issues to me, I look at them as opportunities, right? Because we're a young ecosystem, we naturally going to copy other ecosystems, and usually when you copy things without having the right concept, you kind of make things the wrong way. And I think the opportunities we have right now is to now shape our ecosystem the way we want it. How do we want to bring in funders? How do we want to bring in investors? How do we want to groom our entrepreneurs? How do we even want to create startups? What is the DNA of Ghana itself? And those are the opportunities that we have. The issues are always going to be there. So when you look at the issues as what the the policies that are supporting entrepreneurs. Okay. So if you're new to entrepreneurship, you have ideas, don't just sit at home and suffer, as we will say. Go online, Google innovation hubs, and you will find plenty of innovation hubs across Ghana. Tap into the right ones, and I would say visit them, network, develop your skills that you need to. And like I said, entrepreneurs are the ones that shape the world, right? See, so you are going to shape Ghana, and you right now idolizing the likes of the Warren Buffetts, the Rockefellers of this world, and you are going to be our Rockefeller if you don't stop. You have to create. It's hard, but it's not impossible to do. And I think what you need to do is, beyond believing in yourself, you need to also connect with different people. So if you find yourself in Kumasi, Hyperspace is there, Wizzy Hub is there. If you find yourself in Tamale, you got Open Academy. If you're in Accra, there's so many hubs across Accra. So please do not give up. Tap into you, because we want you to build the Ghana that we want to see in future. So please get in touch, and we're here to support you as an entrepreneur.
Thank you very much. So this is all about the Ghana Startup Ecosystem Mixer. If you were not here, I think you missed a lot. Just do well to join us next time when you see it on our platform. Just feel free to call our numbers, WhatsApp us, comment on our Facebook sessions, and then we would get back to you, and then we have an interaction where you can also join any of the startup events and then also help build your project or your business. This is Baobab Entrepreneur. Like, share, subscribe. and leave a comment.
I don't like talking plenty. Who need to come and talk? Is it what matter? I beg, one more for Edward. Thank you, Mr. Akins, for welcoming us into your home.